What's up guys, Nerdy Perkins here, coming to you from the decks of the world, and today we've got a big one. We can go over all of the leaders for set 3. They dropped all the rest of them, at least as far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure these are going to be the only ones for the set, and they're interesting. They're not quite exactly what I was expecting, but I think they are quite good. We'll jump into it. We'll go over all of them, including ones we've already seen, just because I want to have this be inclusive and talk about all of the leaders so that you can just come to the video, know all of them for the set, and not have to hop around between videos. But let's just jump right into it. We're going to go in the order of card number, and we will begin with Ace. So we get Porteous D. Ace, he appears to be the only red leader, and it is a mono red. 5 life, 5,000 power. He is the Whitebeard pirate member, which is good because there are a good number of cards, at least a couple cards that will that have to have like Whitebeard be in the leader name. So when this leader attacks or is being attacked, you may trash any number of event or stage cards from your hand. For each card you trashed, 1+1,000 power for this leader during this battle. So you can buff him with events and stages during battles, which is good. Definitely going to it'll be interesting to see if people build like very low creature deck where it's almost just Ace and like a few other characters, and then you just have lots of events to kind of buff up Ace to when he swings in or to like defend. So yeah, you probably can run like less blockers and do a really interesting rush deck, I think, with this. And it looks like Whitebeard is going to be one of the factions that will be represented in red this time around, which makes complete sense. Buff up the Whitebeard deck, build an Ace deck with all the other Whitebeard cards, and you know, it'll be good. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more Odyssey characters to fill it out. As well as maybe some Straw Hats who don't necessarily fit in that early East Blue area, like maybe like a Brook or a Robin in red wouldn't hurt either. We'll have to see. Cool art, and I'm sure we'll get some good alt art in either the new style that we've seen or the big, the classic style that we've seen in the other two sets. Then we get our mono green leader, and it is Kuro. He is green, like I said, 5 life, 5,000 power, member of East Blue and the Black Cat Pirates, and he's interesting. He's a little kiddish. You activate main, tap 3 cards. You may rest 2 characters with the East Blue type and set this leader as active and rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters that costs 5 or less. Pretty good. You do have to get a trade off with East Blue characters, but I imagine there'll be some good low cost, probably East Blue characters that you can kind of use as fodder for this. This is definitely one we'll have to wait and see what else we see in green. And I'm wondering if green is going to be East Blue villains, and if maybe blue will be East Blue allies, East Blue good guys. But we'll have to wait and see, because we have not seen any blue or green cards yet. Or we've seen a couple green cards. We've seen Nami, but she's not marked as a Straw Hat, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get a green Nami that's not Straw Hat, and then a blue Nami who is Straw Hat, that kind of thing. Then we have Arlong. We've already seen this one. Green, yellow, 5,000 life, or 5,000 power, 4 life. 5,000 power, 4 life, and he has the attached to Dawn tap, and you can play a 4 cost or less trigger from hand. This is one we definitely have to wait and see what kind of triggers we're seeing in green and yellow, because we haven't really seen any like particularly good 4 cost triggers yet. So I think that's going to be where it really shines, is if there's really good 4 costs to kind of play, because otherwise you're just kind of like cost wise it's kind of equal. Though I guess they're not tapped. It's not like Doflamingos. You're getting out the characters, so it's not as vulnerable. But anyway, this is still interesting, but let's keep on going through new characters. And as I was saying, we have Nami in blue. She's blue leader. She's just marked as East Blue, not Arlong Pirates or Straw Hats. So very interesting when it comes to the faction. And she has a very unique power. I really like it. As an additional rule, when your deck reaches 0 cards, you win the match instead of losing it. So this deck, you're basically just trying to dump your deck as much as possible, and your ability helps with it. You attach a Dawn, and when your opponent takes damage to their life through the attack of this leader, you may trash 1 card from the top of your deck. So you're basically trying to swing in with the leader with this to try to trash a card. And I'm hoping we get some blue recovery, some good. That's what I thought we were kind of missing with the impel down stuff. And now that this is going to play even further into kind of trying to draw and dump your cards as much as possible, I think some recovery would be good, just so you can kind of pull anything that you're accidentally throwing in that you actually want to play out. But yeah, this one we definitely have to see more blue cards to see the full strategy of this. But I think we can still test it out with some impel down cards just to get a feel for it, which is nice. So then we have another interesting one. This is one of the most interesting purple we've had yet. Definitely one of the more interesting pure purple. So he's Iceberg. He has 5 life, 5,000, very standard. He's Water 7, Galley Law Company. But the big thing, this leader cannot attack. You don't attack with this leader, so don't even know why he necessarily has... Well, he has power because he can be attacked, so that's why he has power. Anyway, this leader, yeah, can't attack. Activate main, Dawn -1. You may rest this leader and play up to 1 character with the Galley Law Company type that costs 5 or less from your hand. So it looks like Galley Law is going to be in purple, and probably Water 7 too. So I wonder if we'll get like people's like Galley Law, like all the Galley Law people and various other people's Galley Law personas, and then we'll get like the CP9 personas in the black area, in like the black deck. And that'll be cool because then you can play them together in like a in the black purple Z deck, which is cool. But the leader himself, very cool. You get some extra draw for -Dawn, which is, you know, there's enough ramp, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit of ramp with the Galley Law guys as well. So I'm sure there's a way that you can, you know, subtract that Dawn and then get it back rested, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. But this is definitely a leader I'm sure some people will want to build around. The no attacking is interesting, but you still get extra use from him. Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see what people build. Then we've gotten Rob Lucci. We've talked about him a little bit. Your turn, once per turn, you may discard 2 cards from your hand. When an opponent's character is KO'd, set this leader as active. It's just fairly interesting. Very, the ability is going to be tough to get off, but I mean, honestly, you're doing it when you know you have like an on play KO effect that you can guarantee a KO with to restand him. He's pretty good. The biggest thing is discarding 2 cards. We'll have to wait and see. I'm assuming we're going to get a decent amount more card draw in black. Not that it needs like a ton more. It has a good amount of card draw on its own already. But very interesting character. I'm excited to see what the black faction is like, especially because we are also getting a black yellow Big Mom. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a purple yellow Big Mom, but we get the black yellow. So I think she's one of the she's one of the 2 dual coloreds, if I'm correct. I think it looks like we're getting 2 yellow dual coloreds. Yeah, and then the rest. So we're still getting 8, but just 6 mono, 2 dual colored, which is probably about where we'll end up, where each set will have 6. We'll have 1 of each pure colored leaders, and then they'll give us 2 probably new dual colored leaders or different dual colored leaders. But let's talk about her abilities. When you attach 2 Dawn to her and then attack, you can tap 2 more, and you will then trash a card from your hand. If you have 1 or fewer cards in your life area, you put up to 1 card from the top of your deck on top of your life area. So very specific, but you do it's gonna be, you're gonna get into the position to be triggering this quicker, more faster, because you're the dual colored leader, so you only have the 4 life. But this is pretty powerful, and I mean, what, you're gonna be swinging in 7k to trigger it, which is pretty powerful. And you know, trashing a card isn't going to be too bad, especially, like I said, black has decent card draw. No, I think this is going to be a solid one. And this is nice because we can actually start kind of building and testing out a yellow black big mom deck, because I think we probably have enough yellow cards now to kind of fill out half, and then you have some black cards to do a little bit of testing. Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in doing that. And I apologize about the fan kicking in, but we're just gonna have that going through while we talk about Katakuri really quickly here. I'm liking Katakuri. I think this might be the mono yellow. If I were to do mono yellow, I would do, maybe, I'm thinking you attach it on an attack. You look at up to one of the life cards on top of your or your opponent's life area, and then you can put it on the top or bottom. Then the character is buffed by 1,000, or like the leader is buffed by 1,000 for the battle, so you get 6,000. No, well, it buffs you to 7,000, so very good. Definitely something you're just gonna want to start swinging and using every turn, just so you can kind of like look at what you have, look at what they have, start moving stuff around. I think it's gonna be a really powerful ability. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I really hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe for more One Piece content. Definitely going to be bringing even more as the new year comes in. Hopefully going to be recording some matches, and next I'm going to be doing some deck teching and talking about my decks that I've built out. Just more, we got lots of news to cover, which is nice. I do like that. I'm going to leave it at that. I will see you guys next time.